Business. This is Mugabe's first visit to the country since he was ousted as head of state in Zimbabwe. It's not clear whether he has an official program, as none of those close to him were able to divulge the nature of his visit. The SABC is still to confirm who's accompanying Mugabe. Meanwhile, Zimbabwean opposition parties and civil society formations wants the Constitutional Court to find that President Emmerson Mnangagwa's takeover from the long-time President Mugabe was unconstitutional. The applicants say their bid is to restore constitutional integrity, but the government insists that the courts have already declared the matter lawful.
Zimbabweans celebrated when they saw the back of long-time President Robert Mugabe, the army instrumental in the end of a 37-year rule. But the opposition, Liberal Democrats, revolutionary freedom fighters and some citizens say this doesn't mean President Emmerson Mnangagwa's assent was constitutional.
When he came back, the army was already supporting a particular person, and that is why the army is then rewarded with these positions, in government. So this is a coup that does not need any definition. That is what
High Court Judge George Chiweshe ruled that the army's action was lawful and constitutional. It ensured that non-elected individuals do not exercise executive functions, but the applicants disagree.
Section 212 of the Constitution says the army must uphold the Constitution. Upholding the Constitution starts with making sure that they cannot deploy themselves, but only the Commander-in-Chief can do so.
And the government is ready to challenge the application.
The former incumbent duly submitted to a motion of impeachment. Proceedings moved against him. It is therefore totally false that the former president was removed from office by the military.
The applicants also don't have confidence in Mnangagwa's government to run the upcoming polls, but the government reiterates its commitment.
As the president has said, the coming elections must be free and fair. But we don't want observers to fear because of some activities which we are witnessing from some opposition political parties. Activities which do not only scare would-be observers, but activities which also definitely scare would-be investors.
Analysts believe the opposition is backing up the wrong tree.
If the Zimbabwean constitution has been broken, something has to be done about that. My own view, however, is that I think that their energies would be better spent to sell an alternative vision for Zimbabwe.
United States President Donald Trump is still skeptical about the change in Zimbabwe, but AU Commission Chairperson Faki Musa Mohammed calls it a peaceful transition and goes on to say Zimbabwe is open for business. The European Union, on the other hand, is already considering sending a mission to observe the upcoming elections. But the question is, which will come first? The Constitutional Court hearing and its ruling, or the elections? Ntakwana Ngatani, SABC News, Johannesburg.